Welcome back, Sugar Plum. It's crypto's juiciest news coming right at you. We have Jerome Powell. We have Mr. President Pump. We have Vietnam doing some crazy things. We've got Justin Sun. We've got all the cryptocurrency industry. We even have, friends, a potential return of Soy to Ethereum. All of that coming your way and more, friends. Firstly, BTC is taking a bit of a tumble, but it's starting to recover 117,000 American dollars. Cranking on here. We saw a big 80,000 BTC dump, and it was sent to Galaxy. Now, there was rumors that it was Richard Hart. We don't know exactly what the swap was done for, but apparently 80,000 BTC has been sold, and they said it's to handle someone's estate affairs. I don't know what that means. Handle their current estate. That's just like generic words. It's an estate for anything, right? It's kind of funny. Someone in the chat said, hey, didn't Richard say he was going to buy an island? It'd be funny if he actually uses that to buy like a Greek island. But I don't know, man. It just, why do you sell? There has to be a good reason why you sell your 80,000 BTC if it really is him. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We're cracking on as well, friends. Ethereum, land of the meth, 3,700. It's ready to crank on. This is a very large candle that it's done, by the way. It's 55% up for the month. So maybe that's how we're going to finish for the month of July. And then we're going to go into the lovely month of August. That's going to be great. And why is it going to be great? I don't know, man. We've just been going down since forever. So, like, eventually, some of these candles are going to start going our way. What I now want to show you is the weekly chart of BTC. If you come and crank on through, friends, remember, just a reminder, we are in this 100K battle zone, and it's now cleared. So we can tick it off. We're like, yay, this was the first fib extension, okay? The next one's 150K. This is the second fib. This is the third, and this is obviously euphoric number 4, okay? You don't know where you're going to go, all right? I'll tell you right now that they are important levels. You just don't know, right? So that's what depends how bullish you are. Are you like, you know, singular bullish? Are you turbo bullish? Quad bullish? Of course, we want the highest numbers, all right? But ultimately, all we can be thankful for is the super trend is still green on the weekly. Weekly super trend is still green. We've still got the bull market juice to go. And yes, I'm now going to show you the Bitcoin dominance chart. As you can see, Bitcoin dominance. This is, friends, very bearish. These are one of those candles. It starts reversing up and it just starts ticking down, ticking down, ticking down, ticking down. It comes back here and then you can't continue and that's usually what happens. But we don't really want to hold our breath for this because it is Bitcoin dominance and it was going up only forever. So yeah, we're still got to sit here and patiently wait. Here is Ethereum, friends. I made my recent video of my Ethereum stock price prediction. I just got to remind you as well. People want to know, Shami, why do you say Ethereum stock price prediction, friends? Google, they have this little analytics page, and it tries to like just share with you automatically what people are searching for. And I can click on trends, and one of the most searched for terms is people are searching for Ethereum stock price prediction. Yes, this is the type of stuff the average person is looking for because they got this is it, man. This is it. By the way, I'm looking at right now, friends. This is one of the most searched terms. Saturday, Sunday crypto trading. Saturday, Sunday crypto trading. What are you doing, bro? You want to know another, friends? Here's another term people are searching for. These AI stocks will make millionaires. Oh my gosh. God bless you, bro. You know what? I got to crank it for you. God bless you. I mean, you want to know, Vince, when I tell you these people, they come by tops, that's what happens. They do. But think about you. Try to match that personality of someone typing in Ethereum stock price prediction. You'll be surprised they don't come in with like $6, right? Because of fear of missing out. They come in with like 60,000. They come in and they crank it, you know? That's why, and you can't even call them non-believers because they're like, wait a minute, you put in like, you know, $600 5 years ago. I'm putting in 60,000. I believe more than you. But no, it's about timing. Okay, it's not how much money you put in, it's timing. That's the thing when it comes to markets, buying low and selling high, okay? Part of the cycle. So this is the Ethereum price, friends. Ethereum stock price prediction. I believe first level we're going to get is 7,300. After that, then what? I don't know. You know what I mean? Are we going to go to 7, back to 4, up to 11 and 14? Or 7 back to 4, up to 6? Everyone's like, sweet. we're definitely going to continue the bull market, but that's a lower high and it goes over. You know, that's how it's always going to happen. Okay, in terms of if things are going to fail, they do like that lower high type of poopy mode. Now I'm quickly going to show you as well the OTHERS-BTC chart. Remember, friends, OTHERS-BTC, I now put it on a monthly. It's still one candle. That's why a lot of people are starting to get nervous, you know, because I'm going to show you some blockchain backer charts here. He still thinks it's over really soon. I don't think it's over, man. Like, I know, friends. Look, it's just funny. Someone in XRP, which has no technology, where your co-founder just dumped $200 million and he's got $8.5 billion left, where you guys don't have any stablecoin adoption, so you had to copy paste Ethereum's smart contract platform, and then use your model of the banks adopting the XRP standard didn't happen. So you literally have to copy how Ethereum does the stable coins. Now you have your RLUSD, you just copy tell. You know what I mean? Like, it's funny. Someone who's like been all in on that is telling me that the rank 10 to 200, the belly of the risk of crypto, you're telling me this thing doesn't need to go 5 or 6 months in a row up. You know what I mean? Like, it's strange. But you know, it's markets, man. Markets will humble you. Things get cucked all the way. Look, we had this is another thing, right? Just to show you, friends. Like, I got my dark prophecy right. I don't know how I could channel it. The thing is, though, with my dark prophecy, I thought we would be up here by Trump winning. I thought on Trump winning, OTHERS-BTC would be up there. And then everyone would think it's going to go amazing, but the ratio would be so high and we actually get wrecked. But actually, look what happened. We had one green candle with Trump winning, and then we got 7 red in a row. You see? So that's why it's very, very tough, friends. So you can predict recessions in the economy and slowdowns, but it doesn't matter because the secret to markets is positioning, right? And you don't know how many weak hands would have re-entered a bit too early into altcoins here. And they did, because the business cycle didn't pretty much pick up, you know? And then that's another thing. So even if there were strong hands, this is another thing, right? We didn't even get that many weak hands entering, did we? It was just that the business cycle kept going down and down and down and down. The longer the business cycle goes down, as I'll show you with business PMI, the longer it stays down, it shakes out even the strong hands because it just keeps going lower and lower and lower. This is the SOL-eth ratio, friends. SOL-eth, this is on the weekly chart as well. I'm going to show you this. Soylana out here rejecting this candle. Oh my gosh, man. I'm just watching you guys going so bullish. Just to let you know, by the way, I know that there's a lot of our favorite channels and stuff. You're covering Soylana. Just heads up for you guys. You sound exactly like the Ethereum maxis about a year ago. It kept going down. We'll go, oh, so bullish, down. So bullish, adoption, down. Oh, don't worry, ETF, down. Oh, this guy is putting a fund in for it, down. No bottom. Where's the bottom? Please, bottom. The bottom will come when the bottom will come, okay? I'll tell you, look, I'm just a guy who pegs his own nipples on the internet. I'm wearing a Bulbasaur hat, and yes, I have very pointy elbows. I'm a simple man. Just going to tell you something. They find the bottom when you guys all quit, okay? Happened with Ethereum. Just telling us, okay? It happened with meth. So when did the ETH-BTC ratio finally bottom out? When Anthony Sassano, the Daily Gay, and Davey Soy Hoffman, I love you boys. I'm just joking, okay? When Anthony Sassano, when the Daily Gay and Davey Soy Hoffman pretty much capitulate. You know, now Sassels didn't capitulate on ETH. He was still super bullish. He literally just basically gave everyone the middle finger. He's like, I can't do this show. He was doing this show a couple of times a week. He's like, it's too much. I can't deal with you guys. Truck this. I'm out. He's going to focus on his missus, his family, which is rightfully so. That's how far the market has to go. Okay. Now you might say, what price is that, Somi, for stuff? That's the thing, man. I don't know, friends. I just don't know. Okay. Winning in markets, it's simple, but it's hard, okay? It's simple as in, oh, just literally never sell and you just survive everybody else, okay? That's it. But it's hard. Why? Because sometimes you just get periods of like super bullish and sticky people. They don't get rinsed out when ETH-BTC was here because they're in from so much earlier. Unfortunately, it has to go the whole way to get everybody out, right? And that's why, friends, that's why I made my video here. Okay, man, this is a crack of... By the way, I know I've made 5,400 videos. All right. Man, I've been making some absolute bangers. Banger videos, friends. By the way, friends, just to let you know, I don't like my videos to go over 20 minutes. So anytime you see a video over 20 minutes, you're like, oh, there must be some real good stuff in there. Trust me, if you see a 30 or a 40-minute video, you're like, oh my gosh. Okay. You gotta think, I'm doing 5,400. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to sit here for like, oh, they still don't get the point. Let me speak another 20 minutes. You know, there's high value here. If you even check this price
Welcome
out.
to McDonald's. What can I get you today? Oh, I'm sorry.
If you got your McDonald's meal, friends. So this is what I was showing you with Sassel and Davey Soy Hoffman out here. Ethereum bulls, Ethereum maxis, pretty much. And then, but Davey on the left, Davey capitulated on ETH. He said, you know what, L1 and Soylana and community and stuff out here. So pretty much Davey, if you're listening, he's probably not listening, you know what I mean? So we'll just, you know, he doesn't listen to Peanut Brains. But if you're listening, Davey, you came in, there was something about Ethereum, the cypherpunk element, which like made you reimagine a better future. And that's why you were able to really love the fact that you were buying it at 120 bucks and then it pumps up to 4,000 last cycle, right? So that gives them this new spirit, all right? That spirit's gone because now it's bigger, and then you see the price going down and it makes you question stuff. That's why everyone's like, I know these guys are smart. You're smart. Trust me, you're smart. I'm telling you right now, there's smart and then there's knowing yourself emotionally, okay? We're all monkeys, bro. We're all of us monkeys. We all get the dopamine hit. Every single one of us, okay? All of us are programmed to get happy when you see the green candle up because you know what it represents as a digital form of people joining the crowd, joining and following on through, okay? So that's why to get them out, you got to do a lot of red candles. It's just so sad that this thing went down. So that's why, friends, my message is like for Soylana, look, hopefully you guys go up and stuff. I'm just telling you now, like, historically though, after something runs up for literally, my gosh, bro, for literally like 1.75 years, you need to make the Jeets get out. Okay? You got to get out. Now, when are they going to get out? I don't know what the price is. I hope it's down here for you. I like to see every chart go up. I don't like to see charts going down. But you'll know. Okay, you'll know. And by the way, friends, this is funny. Do you want me to show you something as well? You're probably saying, hey, Somi, wouldn't it be interesting? What would be a sign that it might start happening? Not fully, but might. Well, a return of the soy. Ansoy said, I will be transitioning into a secular Ethereum bull poster for the sake of our bull market continuing for altcoins. Take no further questions at this time. So I don't know if he's trolling. But usually what he does, friend, this is kind of funny, bro. Ansoy, obviously it's Ansoy because he blocked me. Ansoy was, this is him, friends. This is him. You know, he fought, he went to the Dubai fight as well. He's very tall. He's tall. Here he is fighting with our BitBoy, remember? He's tall like Baron. You know Baron? Wow, they're so tall. Did you know they're so tall? He was bearish at $1,400 ETH. Now he's bullish at 3,700. And he's been calling for like, you know, Ethereum bad and down and stuff out here. You know what? He had a point. Ethereum did get overrun by a lot of the VC stuff out here. But then Soylana comes in and they're like, hey, don't worry about those VCs. I'm going to grift you myself. Which is a pump fun stuff, you know? So that's not a capitulation though. You know what I mean? That is, how do you know this, friends? Look, trust me. You know what? You don't have to trust me. Okay, don't trust me. I'm telling you, when something runs up for 1.75 years, the first little prick, it's not the bottom. Okay? Trust me, it's not the bottom. Like I said, don't trust me, but trust me, it's not the bottom. How many times have we done this? Oh, this is a good sign. You know, that's a good indicator. No, it's not. No, it's not. You'll feel it. Trust me, you'll feel it when it is. Just like, look what Ethereum did. Did you feel like it was game over? Yeah. Yeah, you did. All right, so we'll see. Now, because you're a baby doll pumpkin sugar pie, and I'm going to play some Pumpkin music, let's check out some blockchain backer charts. Before we crack onto this macro news and all these other stuff, friends, this is very important, okay? So, BCB believes we are on the left. All right, we're on the left. This is Bitcoin's chart right now. You see that? We have just done the little retest. You see this? How we go beep, like this. I'm going to get my little pencil everywhere. Beep. See, we did the retest. And now it thinks we're going to do the journey to the top and then it's all over. What I've just drawn here is literally on the right-hand side. We have, see this? This is the retest, right? I'm actually going to show it to you now. See this part? This is what he thinks we just did now. Now we walk up, one little pop, and then parabolic, otherwise known as a parabola, and then it's game over. See, as alt season comes and it's all over. All right? That's what he thinks happens. If there's an alt season, it might be here, but that's what he really thinks this chart pattern's happening. All right? And if I just want to show you what that implies, that it would imply, friends, if Bitcoin back to $90,000. All right? That would imply big, but I don't know about this mess. It implies Bitcoin back to 90,000. And you know what? It might happen, but actually, let me do that rate. Let me do that price. If Bitcoin goes to its price of like 135, and then we go back to 90, that's a retracement of 34%. Bitcoin's done that. You know, Bitcoin has done that, friends. Now, is it possible for this to happen? Here's the thing, man. He says, oh, like it's all over, but maybe it's not over. Maybe we do get that, man. Maybe what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show it to you on a weekly chart. Let's keep it family friendly right here. Let's actually check it out right here. So if this happens in the next 2 months where Bitcoin rises up to this 134 and then we like come all the way back down, here's 90. So it would be like up there and then down to 90, right? And then maybe we continue up like that. By the way, if you check this out, friends, he's acting like it's over. You can draw a trend channel here anyway, right? Maybe that's what happens. Maybe we do come back there, man. Maybe it's like that, friends. Yeah. Maybe we are actually swearing. Maybe that's why. Maybe he's right about it, but it's not actually all over. Maybe here, maybe that's what happens. It comes back up here, bang, bang, and then Bitcoin pop. You never know. Maybe that's what happens. And then 150K. I know. I hope we go up 100 above 150. Hope we do that. But you never know. You never know. Maybe this even goes to 200, and then it comes back down, right? Because everyone's going to get long here, thinking that. Because this is what happens. What I'm going to show you is, see, if there's a channel here, this is what happened in 2021. See this line here? Everyone thinks the next leg is higher, and we've made resistance. We've made a support here, but maybe what happens is we crack back down. What I'm just showing you there actually happened exactly last cycle. Look at this. See this trend line? Everyone thought, okay, cool, we're just bouncing. Look at this, look at this. Everyone thought, oh, don't worry. We have now bounced here. We're going to like go up now. But actually what happens is we break down and then we go down, right? So once again, let's go bring it up. What I'm trying to do, friends, because he's a lovely guy. BCB, I like watching BCB. I like his Elliott wave stuff up here. I'm just thinking like, hey, man, like, can I reconcile your price chart with it like not being over? And actually, that's what we've done and what we've shown right now. Looking at it, so maybe that happens, friends. Maybe we do get this surprise to 130, come all the way down. Now, by the way, you're probably saying, but Sammy, would that mean it's all over for altcoins? Look, okay. I'm just gonna tell you something. All right, statistically, yes, but also here's another statistic, man. We have had way too many weak hands of altcoins leave already. We've only got strong hands left. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if when this happens, if it happens, I wouldn't be surprised if altcoins hold up really well here. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin dominance goes down. And that would be the key where I'm like basically telling you that not only are you my friend, but I'm telling you, hey, I told you Bitcoin dominance was really expensive, man. It's really expensive. And I'll tell you like, well, Bitcoin collapsed and Bitcoin dominance can't even really go up. Maybe it just goes like sideways out here, right? So that's that next wave here. So that's what that'll be nice. That'll be nice to see, you know. That's why. And obviously, just a friendly reminder, why do I not think it's over? Well, the business cycle, man. That's ultimately what it comes down to. The business cycle says hasn't started. Okay. That's it. And actually, friends, if you watch my Ethereum stock price prediction, I explained because I watched that 2-hour video. I literally watched 2 hours of it. Sassel and Davey Soy Hoffman, it was literally just going back and forth. They're arguing about why is Ethereum so shit? Why do these things happen? Is it Ethereum? Is it decentralization? Is it layer 1, layer 2, Fugazi narratives? Why do these things happen? Like, and I'm like, they're saying all these questions like, why? And I'm like, I'm answering. I'm like, bro, watch one of my videos, just one. 5,400 videos, just watch one. You want answers? I got answers, bro. Because you know the questions they were asking, guess what? I asked questions like that 3 years ago in the bear market, once again, when everyone left. You see? So there you go, friends. Business PMI, it hasn't kicked up yet. Now, you don't know how long it's going to go up for or anything, but yeah, that's pretty much what I maintain. And then if you're like a non-charts dude, right, once again, you could bring it back down to something like, hey, but Sami, the AI is still going, you know, and there's upgrades in AI and things are still happening and the economy doesn't look like there's going to be a recession, bro. Yeah, exactly what I mean. Like you're trying to match the charts with what's happening in real life. Now, before I crack on with news, friends, this is the pulse chain prices once again doing nothing. We need Ethereum to go up, so hopefully we do get some pumpy G action later. Now, Mr. Novogratz, Mike Novogratz, he's bullish on Ethereum. I just wrote that because it's kind of a funny statement. I mean, like, he got into Ethereum ICO. Duh, of course he's bullish on Ethereum.
An Ether micro-strategy of sorts in terms of a leveraged bet that other people are going to be able to buy into. Also, everything's getting tokenized. We've talked about stable coins. Right now, if you could buy Ether or Bitcoin, which do you buy?
You know, I own both. Listen, Ether's caught up a lot. It feels like if ETH takes out 4,000, it goes into price discovery. And so we feel kind of destined to at least knock on the 4,000 ceiling a few times. The narrative of Ether is really powerful, and the market was really short. And now we have not just, one, we have two major ETH treasury companies and another one coming, and they're raising capital every day and buying Ether. And so there's not a lot of supply of ETH. And so I think ETH probably has a chance to outperform Bitcoin in the next 3 to 6 months.
An Ether micro-strategy of sorts.
Friends, when you hear someone say the N word, like, please, friends, you know me, I'm a humble peanut brain. Some say I'm a squirrel, some say I'm a pet turtle sometimes. I'm just telling you, anybody who talks about narratives, okay, I know this guy's a billionaire. Okay, I know he's a billionaire. I know he's rocking a mad dome. I know, friends. Trust me. I know he got into the Ethereum ICO. Okay, he sniffed Vitalik's chair. He's like, dude, this guy's not human at all. I'm gonna get into the Ethereum ICO. I get it. But for your sake, when you hear someone say the N-word narrative, turn the other cheek. Okay, and be like, yeah. The narrative is Fugazi, friends. Okay, the narrative is Fugazi. Okay, we invent stuff when we see the prices going up. We invent stuff when we see the prices going down. Okay? And I use the word invent, but it's not really invent. We just grab stuff, we correlate these things. It's happening at the same time. Okay? Sometimes it's like these little deviations, but on the most part, you get nothing out of it. Okay? But we're all drawn to that because that's humans, right? We all love stories. I mean, friends, all UFO stuff I talk, UFO videos I make about, they're all story this and story that. I know we love stories, but in markets, okay, price action's the story, bro. Price action is the story, okay? You can't think about, good narrative, bad narrative, good narrative. No. It's more demand, less demand, more demand, less demand. That's how you think about that, right? That's why, and every time there's a different story, bro. It's a different story. Oh, correlating to gold, correlating to silver, S&P 500. No, the Nasdaq's down. Global M2. This guy did a backflip. Who cares? You see, it gets you nowhere in these coins. What about the narrative, right? But in these rare cases, when you got asymmetric upside stuff, sometimes we can see the narrative. It just gives me more juice. I mean, like with PDI, right? The going to $1 narrative, obviously, but that's why I know a lot of people, because I know you don't get it. I don't have to explain shit to you. You think, oh, the whole thing of PDI, it's just a story. It's just a story. People who say that don't understand anything. They're people who when people just say that, they just fade stuff. They're fading stuff, okay? Anything they fade, people just say, oh no, it's just a story, right? And then they go, oh, what coin are you in? Yeah, oh, I'm in monkey shit 24 _ Inu. Made by one of the copy farm traders on Soylana, but my thing's actually got fundamentals. You know what I mean? See what I mean? Like that's how it always plays out. You got to be better than that. Galaxy Digital, so Mike Novogratz, he owns Galaxy Digital. He's part of the big owner of the fund. Galaxy Digital has concluded the sale of 80,000 BTC. So is it room in Richard Hart? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. What are you going to do with that 80,000 BTC sale? Is it a sale? Did it swap for ETH? I don't know. It kind of makes sense, friends, as well. If you're going to do anything with Pulse Chain, your real currency should be ETH. Yeah. Proof, North Korean hackers, the scum, they only hold BTC and ETH. And then they go cash out, right? They hold the BTC and ETH because there's no blacklist function. You can't disable them. They're the biggest. They steal that, right? So that's another thing to think about. But we'll see. I don't know. You know? Global M2 money supply has hit its all-time high. This is beautiful. Not if you're a blue-pilled cuck. You are basically getting debased. This is global M2. Global M2 keeps going up. Money supply keeps going up. Yes, we're all going to keep cranking. Crypto is going to keep going up over time. As well, just going to remind you, very family-friendly friends. When I say these things, I mean, I promise you, I'm telling you from a very family-friendly way, okay? Bitcoin is statistically special, okay? It correlates 89.5% to global M2, okay? So when global M2 rises, then the liquidity and stuff, that's actually our whole industry. Our industry is only alive because Bitcoin can do what it do. All right? And it do a lot of things, such as going up in our freaking bear market. It's the only coin that goes up in a bear market. It is a market, pretty much, right? Why does it go up in our bear market? It's because it's very hyper reactive to when the world governments are printing currency. That's why we react and we start going up, which is awesome. Justin's son, not to be confused with Justin Moon, says he aims to join the NASDAQ 100. So this is Justin, friends. Justin, friends, he is a very determined individual. He's obviously a multi-billionaire, got into Bitcoin, Ethereum early and everything out here. Founder of Tron, His Excellency. He's the diplomat of the Granada something. What was it? His Excellency, Justin's son. Now, Justin, he reminds me of Richard Hart, man. Like, the way they just grab information from the world and they find a path that's obvious and logical to them and they can get their solution. I'm actually amazed, man. I'm amazed. They see the world differently. That's it. Like he now he's got a goal. He wants to join the NASDAQ 100. He wants to be like an IPO. He wants to get into the stock market. You know what I mean? And then he'll probably get bored with that. So like these people, they're just wired differently. You know what I mean? They're wild. You and me, friends, we're in the real trenches. Okay, not that homoerotic, basically gay orgy Soylana trenches where it's literally you know what you're doing there with the LA Vape Cabal. You know what I mean? You don't want to go to that party. Okay, they're saying it's a party. You don't want to go there, friends. Just literally just peek over the fence from the backyard, from the neighbor's backyard. Just look over. You're like, dude. There's like 18 guys here. That's basically what you see in Soylana, what they call the trenches there, right? This is different. You and me, we're in the actual trenches out here, and that's all right. You don't need to be a net worth $1.5 billion to stop working. You know what I mean? You can change your life much better than that, much easier than that with what we're doing now. Major loser Jerome Powell told his allies that he won't resign despite President Trump's pressure to slash interest rates, vowing to withstand the political onslaught. So if you saw that, friends, that was the most hilarious thing ever of President Trump, right, intimidating lizard man Jerome Powell as well. So yeah, this literally is hilarious. Where he's like, I want him to cut the interest rates. Man, I can't believe what we're watching. Some sort of, you're telling me it's not a simulation after that. Well, what is this TV show? What is going on here? It just makes you think, man. Also got to remind you, let's get, you know what? Let's actually check, before we look at the stock market or anything, like who cares about the bond yields? Let's actually go look at the CME FedWatch tool. Let's see if the interest rate probabilities have changed for Julie, and they haven't. There's still 97% chance, 97% chance of no change. And you can see up here, there's Rosie. You can click on the dates. If you click on Rectember, there's a 64% chance of a cut, right? You know, friends, the market's smart, yeah. You know, all the or the stock market guys, they know, oh yeah, September's usually red. There's usually like people. So what happens is usually, okay, it's psychological. So all people from America and Europe, Northern Hemisphere, everybody has summer. They come back from the US summer in August. They get back to their desk and then first week September, and then like they're looking at the data and they're like, you know what? I just don't think we can make it. And then they just start selling stuff. And that's why usually on average, they have higher odds for a rate cut in September because people want to be positioned ahead of that sell-off. That always happens because you don't know if it's going to bounce or not, and then for them to change the rates and everything. Yeah, so it's very interesting how it works. That's why the market's smart. That's why people come in crypto. It's kind of fun, man. That's why I love crypto so much. Oh, it's so easy. It's so easy. Oh my gosh. Like, it's just people don't even know. I'm giving you the highest value content in crypto. Habib, so you... Oh, man. You know what? I should just shut my mouth. It's just so easy. They don't even know. They don't even know. It's just... Yeah. You know. Vietnam... Actually, let's check this out, friends. So, President Pump said he got the impression from Powell that the Fed might be ready to lower interest rates. A 25% cut, not going to do anything, bro. We need like a full 200%, you know? So we'll see. Vietnam launched a national blockchain NDA chain to power digital IDs, smart contracts, and government records with hybrid decentralization. So Vietnam and their president, Scam Long Dong, who infiltrated Richard Hart's computer by psyopsing a feetpics.exe, pretending to be one of those KTV girls. So Vietnam, friends, just to give you an idea, that's where the future of crypto is. I know when you say future, you think really, really good. Yeah, but also it does include China, what they're doing now, where there's full control. Your ID's on the chain, your passport's on the chain, you know, you're driving. Some of you, you know, like, you know, you got your squeaky chair sitting down license. Just like you need a license for everything. It's all going to be there. Your medical things, it's all coming on there. And guess what? You can't do it on Bitcoin. You know, that's why, friends, like when I saw Ethereum going down, why it hurt me, I was like, man, you guys are the biggest cucks. Do you understand Satoshi made Bitcoin because he doesn't trust the government? And here you are actually thinking the world's going to press pause because Digital Pet Rock has no smart contracts and they're not going to go do CBDCs and all these other shit that they're going to slap onto it. You really think that's not going to happen? Bitcoin maxis. But I knew, friends, we had to shut our mouths. Why? Because of the prices. That's it. Bitcoin dominance is up only. They're not going to believe. They're not going to believe, right? I got blocked by a lot of them. I don't care, right? They're not going to unblock me when it goes back the other way. Citibank says Bitcoin will hit 135K by the end of the year. So Citibug, which is literally a tower of just bugs, cockroaches, and other bugs and bug-like insects, 135K. So I don't know why their target's so low. Maybe because they're selling right now. We'll see. Bitwise CIO Kim Jong Un says the 4-year crypto cycle is dead, replaced by a sustained boom by a driven ETF. So that's rubbish to talk to. So Kim Jong Un, friends, remember I covered it for you yesterday. Kim Jong Un here, he was bearish when Japan Pokemon Island exploded last year. He was bearish at the bottom there. He said the cycle's over. He said the cycle was over on the bottom of Trump tariffs. Yeah, and now after we recover, after like 3 months of up only, he goes, oh, wow, the 4-year cycle may actually be dead now. So let's not jump to any conclusions with any of this 4-year cycle stuff. We'll see. Because it is still possible, man. We just run up for the rest of the year. Okay, we'll see. Robinhood has listed H-bar. Now, a lot of H-bar people do watch my channel. A lot of you guys do have H-bar. I wish you as well. It's just, you know, it's one of the coins. It can crank. I hope it keeps cranking for you. It's getting listed and stuff out here. Hopefully you're part of that. I think that ISO 22 thing with XRP. You might be like a de facto XRP pumper as well. So I want everybody to do well. Remember, abundance mindset. Eric Trump says meth is going to over $8,000. Now, Eric, why is he a fan of Ethereum $8,000? Well, 8,000 is about 1 trillion market cap. Just to let you know. You know, why don't you just say 10? Why not 10? Why not 5? Why 8? Yeah, that's why, friends. It's About $8,000 Ethereum is about 1 trillion market cap, which makes sense for everything and all the power that it can do, which is pretty much just smart contracts. And you know, smart contracts, they like enable power for us, but they also disable a lot of things, like, you know, blacklist function stuff. Now, friends, I want to give you a very cute video here from our friends, the Hoggy Boo fam. So, Heart with Dog, Hog from Pulse Chain, they made this video. This first gentleman you're going to see is literally Klaus Schwab, which you're going to see. And you know what, friends? It's kind of funny. Before we even check that, I went onto Google and I typed in Eat the Bugs guy. All right? Because they're all a bunch of bug eaters. They want us to eat bugs. I'm not doing it. Okay? I like ladybugs. You know, I like helping a little ladybug if they're just on your shoulder. You just put your little finger out and you put the little ladybug on the leaf. You go off your own merry way. Okay? I'm not eating you though. So it's funny. They call, look at this from Google's blue-pilled cuck hotel cuck chair trash AI. They said the phrase "eat the bugs" is associated with a conspiracy theory stemming from the Great Reset proposed by the World Economic Forum. The theory suggests that elites are pushing for bug-based diets, which is funny. They call it a theory, and then you have all these famous random actors and actresses who are literally saying, hey, bugs are so cool. Bugs. I love bugs. Just to remind you, friends, why they did this, why they are doing this. It's because they've debased money so hard, you and I, we can't afford to eat as much meat anymore with our purchasing power. So what they're trying to do is to allow them to keep having the power and the control. They're like, okay, let's try to replace what's in the food basket for humans. Okay, and meat is a big one. Yeah, so they're saying, hey, let's try get them to get protein from another source. Okay, the cheapest thing you can do is get it from bugs. Okay, that's why they're trying to say, oh, bugs are great. Get your protein from bugs. Bugs. I love bugs. Yes, so that's pretty much what it comes down to. And it's kind of funny. All the people telling us to eat bugs are fat sacks of potatoes who are enjoying 350-gram rump steaks themselves and a lot of marshmallows, mind you. So that's kind of find that fascinating too. Shout out to the Hoggy Boo team. I'm just going to show you because the first guy you see is Klaus Schwab. Let's go.
You bug eaters have no idea. You will never find him. You missed your shot.
Actually, I think we will, especially if he cares for you as you care for him.
Thanks so much for offering to help us out, Elon. I knew we could count on you.
Of course, Hog. We go way back, and although this technology is new, it will work exactly how it is designed to.
Wow, very cool. This thing will teleport us right inside the facility where they are holding Sami.
Why is this not having any effect on him?
You are looking at a guy who tweaks his nipples and trains with his Pikachu every day.
Well, huh? You thought you could take me on, did you bug eaters? You're not gonna get anything here. You understand? This is what we live for, friends. This is why we're here. Okay, so who would have thought, though, that the conspiracy SuperCycle would have so many bangers? This is the funniest part. Yeah. And just to let you know, friends, you know all these memes and everything out here, we all learn through the memes. We learn because it's fun. Yeah. If you just sit there, if you're always like, deep, dark, no, bad, psionics, bad, getting in your head, everything's bad. If you just roll over and die like a little cuck all the time, then we don't get anywhere, you know? When we have this attitude, that's how we progress. And also how we find solutions. So where are we going to go from here, friends? Obviously, look, I want to know what you guys think. What do you think is going to happen with this BCB chart, right? Because here we are. He really thinks we're going up here. We'll go pop, 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 pop. Everyone thinks it's starting, and then comes the bang. We come back here. He thinks that, and then what, right? Then he might say, hey, but then what? And then what I've shown you, this could be a channel. Something, you know what I mean? It could end up being like a channel there. Something like that. Or maybe I'll draw it down. But you know what I mean? Some sort of like trend line thing where we end up going like, hey, maybe it's like that. Maybe that's what happens, friends, actually. Then I'll draw it here. Look at this. It's got this little trend line thing. Maybe that's what ends up happening. Wow. Oh, no. And you come here. Everyone's like, Bitcoin goes below 100. Oh, you can see, friends, you can definitely tell. If Bitcoin goes back below 100, you know people are going to sell here. Pop. Maybe they do that. Pop. They just keep getting a lot of people like just get out below 100 and then it comes back up. And they're selling around here. And then we're back above 100. You know, it's a believer cycle, man. It'd be crazy if some news event comes out, something like that. Like, man, what's this news event going to be that'll do that? We'll see. Remember, even though, just so for everyone to know at home, okay, so you see me, because I'm here 18 hours a day, you probably think what I've just drawn is definitely going to happen. Absolutely not, okay? And even if it does happen, it doesn't matter to me. I'm here for long term, okay? The long-term targets are not here. I'm here for crypto to 10 trillion. Do you understand? So even though I might see some of this happening, I'm not getting out. So a reminder, if this happens, see Bitcoin, let's say Bitcoin goes up here and then it starts coming down here, right? I don't sell stuff, okay? I still don't sell. I just tell you now, all retail do. A lot of people actually sell here and here. They sell around here, okay? Because you know what? You feel good because you believe the narrative. But when we're back up here, those people who are selling here, they're back in again, okay? You know how we know this? Well, this is exactly what we're living through actually right now, friends, which I can show you now here. Do you remember the Trump tariff tantrum, which is right here? Remember all those people came out and sold here? Bang. Oh, sell. What are they doing now? Oh, Bitcoin might go to 250K. You get it? We don't want to be there because we're going to make it. Like, subscribe, belly button all. Catch you in the next one.